Welcome to Operations Management 2. My name is Terry Brown. I'm your instructor for this course. Really super excited to meet you all and welcome you to this online version. It is going to seem maybe a little confusing at first, so that's why I'm creating this video, and I hope that you watch it and watch the rest of the videos that I put together throughout this semester. I'm really excited to beef up, I think, our Operations online course and give you all of the information that you need so that it's easy and seamless. Even though we are using two other online, I guess, servers on top of what we'd normally do. So I'm going into our Blackboard shell right now, and I want to show you the syllabus section. This is where I would first go and review what we have due. Each week we have a chapter due, and it's laid out pretty well in here. There's also a quick syllabus quiz that I would like you to take just to make sure that you did review the syllabus and what we have going on. So I'm just going to go ahead and pull up our syllabus because I want to point out a couple of things to you just so that you're familiar with it. The first thing that I would like to tell you is that my office hours are Mondays and Thursdays, and I'm actually in Sturgeon Bay on Thursday, but I do have a meeting back here every other Thursday at 3:30. So I kind of am flexing those office hours depending on what my students' needs are. So if you need to come in, you can certainly do that. I also Skype, so if you need to talk to me at an off hour and are willing to Skype, I'd be certainly happy to set that up with you, and we can meet online and see what your issues might be, and that's probably most helpful if you're having technical issues. I'm going to scroll down. Expect you to read all of that, but not that quickly. But I'm just going to scroll down and show you that we don't actually give out D grades for our business management classes. The D grades really don't help you at all. They don't help with financial aid, and I don't want you to shoot for that by any means. I'd like you to shoot for an A and take the B if you have to, but I don't want you shooting for a D to pass the class because it's really not passing in the eyes of the college. So that's why we have it really grouped that way. As far as the homework, there's going to be discussion boards each week. Those are out there. Please do not work ahead on the discussion boards, and also try to get your discussion boards in early, at least your initial post, and then go back out on Sunday or Monday and post your follow-up posts. The reason why I want you to get in there early prior to Friday, that would be my request, is because if everybody waits until Monday at 8 p.m., there's nobody for the 4 people that really want to get this done early to discuss with, and they don't have an opportunity to do that. I would expect that you would respond to at least 2 other students' posts. So when the discussion boards are being graded, 5 points of that discussion board is based on the content of your first message, making sure that you're writing at least 3 lines to respond. This is in place of class. So think about a 3-hour class and how much you would participate in a 3-hour class. So writing I agree or I disagree is not enough. So your first 5 points is based on your discussion board and your original post and really how relevant and well written that first post is. The next 5 points is based on your responses to other folks in the class, and that will be 2.5 points apiece. Okay, so if you just say I agree or I disagree, I'm going to take off points for that. I need you to respond with some meaningful dialogue and conversation. The CATs are just classroom assessments, so throughout the class there's 2 different assessments. I just want to get a pulse on how you're doing, what's confusing, where I can help, but please don't wait until those assessments to tell me that you're having trouble. Email me is the easiest way to get in touch with me, and I will certainly help you. The next topic is CSIM research. CSIM is a simulation that we're using in this class. I found in the in-person class that people found it very confusing. They didn't know really what their decisions meant or how it impacted it. So the research that we're going to be doing starting week 1 is really on each of the key areas that you are going to be submitting data for. And this is to help you understand what you're actually working on within that area. So it's just really a 1-page summary of the topic, and I want you to go out and do some research. Now, a tip for you is there are materials online about CSIM, and I'll show you that in a minute, that has a lot of that information in it. So I would start there and then go to the internet to supplement your research. But there really is some great reference materials for the simulation that I really think that you should take a look at. The next item is a CSIM summary. So when we're all done with our 8 weeks of simulations, there's 3 test rounds or kind of practice rounds, and then 8 real rounds that we'll be doing. And at the end of it, I want a summary on what you learned from the activity, what you thought was hard or difficult, what you thought was easy, how you guys think you did, that type of thing. Any type of analysis that you reached at the end of that. The actual rounds you get points for too, so submitting your data each week, you will get rounds points for doing that. I also am asking you to submit those rounds by Friday as well. The reason for this is that you will appoint a CEO in your group each week to actually submit the final group's results for that week, and so they need to do that over the weekend, and they need to see what you were thinking first before they make that decision. So when we get into the CSIM, I'll talk a little bit more about this, but basically you'll be in groups, working in groups together, and you'll submit your data, and then one person each week will look at everybody's submitted data and come up with a group consensus on what they would like to submit for that week, and then we'll rotate weeks. There's 4 people in a group and there's 8 weeks, so you'll each be the CEO for 2 weeks to practice with that. So when we get to that point, I'll explain that to you. There is no CSIM due this week as far as submitting your round. That will start the week after. So this week it's just the research that you're going to be working on and getting into the tool. And then the 3 practice rounds are really just for you guys to practice, get in there, see how it works. And then once we start with the 8 rounds, there will be a lot of fun competition between the teams. The next assignments are the Connect assignments. That's through McGraw-Hill Connect. And there are 10-point assignments for each chapter. There are 2 chapters that I made up my own that are not in Connect. They're towards the end of the chapter, end of the class, and that's on risk management and change management. So you'll see that come up a little bit later. So you won't be going to McGraw-Hill Connect for that. And then the final item is the walkthrough audit, which is a presentation, and I will create a separate video for that. So that's the simulation review, and I am going to stop this here. So if you need to take a break, you could take a break and you can watch the next video later. Thank you.